This world is a mysterious place. We know more about space than the oceans that separate our great lands. Today, we're going to continue to sink our teeth into monsters and the mysterious alike. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Years ago, I came out here. We were hearing all these sounds, and through the window, just with the blinds as it was, you could see lights and shit. My dad was still alive, and he would notice this too, and I would notice it on my end. I was on this end of the house. You'd hear all these sounds, but neither one of us wanted to go and fuck around out there. We're like, this is part of the gang stalking shit that they do. People driving around in here in the nighttime, all this bullshit. Well, in the morning time, when they came out, we had a bunch of cactuses right here. When they froze, they finally died. That freeze that we had, these were those cactuses without, they didn't have any spikes. There's cactuses just like it with spikes, and then there's the cactuses without. These didn't have any. But they were all blown over it looked like drones came, big drones, and pushed them down with some sort of air pressure because they were all laid flat like a crop circle. All of them, the ones over here and the ones over there, laid down like they were pushed down all the way flat. It was very weird. I don't know what, I think it was drones. Another thing, let me continue on my rant, the robust rant. I came out here about 3:30 at night. I'll show you exactly what I did. Come out of my house right here, out of the door. I came out here. What's up, dude? And I looked up into the sky, which would be up here, which I'm about to show you. And here's the sky. Let me clean this off. Quit being a fucking doober. Shut the fuck up, okay? Turn it back around. Up here in the middle of the sky was a fucking cube that had the downward side pointed down. It was all lit up and it was rotating very slowly like a diamond. What did I do? I said, fuck that. I'm going back inside. Sorry. Sometimes my head flips upside down. There's nothing I can do about it. That freaked me out. Another time, over here, one of these lines, I look up and I saw about this long, let's say it was about this long. It looked like a tube of electric blue, and it was rotating, and it was just cruising. It was cruising, and it was rotating, and you could see the mist spiraling around it. Like, not foggy, but misty outside, a little bit up in the sky. And it went over the river, and it just disappeared. And I was like, what the fuck? That's not Monster, dude. Monster. Okay, in the front woods, there's a spot right where you go in, and I saw this snake, and I had the means wherewith to dispatch it, which I did not do, but I looked at it, and it was like doing like this shit. There's a tree that's laid down. The fucking snake turned to smoke. I saw the smoke do like this, and it rematerialized like 5 feet away and just kept going. And I remember thinking, that's a jinn. That is not a snake. That's a jinn playing as a snake. And that if I would have done something to that jinn in the form of the snake, I would be having hell to pay. I'd be having hell to pay. And I didn't do it. Another one. Me and my dad were leaving. We were going somewhere. We got in his truck and we drove to the front of the driveway over there. Pulled out in the front right before you turn onto the road. Now, across the street, there's a tree. And at the top of the tree, there was a big-ass bird. And I went to take a picture of it, and my camera just turns off. My phone completely turns off. I do all this shit to get it. I couldn't get it to turn back on. I finally got it to turn back on. I go to the picture, because it went to take the picture, and then everything turned off. When I looked at the picture, and I could only see it for a brief period of time, because my phone did the same thing after I saw it. But what I thought was a bird, you could see a fucking gray alien sitting at the top of the tree, just sitting there. I never even seen one of them with their legs bent. So it looked very weird. It was just sitting up there, like looking the other way, not even like looking at me, like looking the other way. You kind of see the big eyes from the side, and then gone off the camera. The phone turned off again. The picture was gone. Could never recover it. But I was like, what the fucking fuck? What is that? Not a bird. A lot of these things that we see are these beings that can shapeshift. And I don't think they're shapeshifting as much as projecting into our minds an image of how they want to appear us to see them. And that's mostly what shapeshifting is. They're somehow able to project into our pineal gland the image that they want us to perceive them as. That's not going to work for me. I don't like that. You think the werewolf man just werewolves? Maybe he does. Maybe he lycanthropy fucking full moon starts stretching out and something's going on inside of there you don't know about. A little mysterious and shit. That's terrifying. Nobody likes that. Stretching their mouth. Getting their fucking teeth to come out and shit. Can I get a werewolf here? Let's see if we can get some werewolf. A little bit of werewolf. You want some werewolf? As a matter of fact, I do want some. And I want to say it. I don't want to type. I mean, that'll work. I guess that'll work. It's not the best, but, it's a start. So if I had to stretch out my snout, and do all these things, it would be very uncomfortable. And plus, what good would it do you to transform into like a creature if you didn't have any of the abilities of the creatures? Only for like psyop shit would. This one's way involved. I'll take it. Dogman, little dogman. We went to the river one day. Me and this girl Eden. Sorry. Look, this guy, full body werewolf. Do you do the full body werewolf? Can we have some of that? I like this app it saves my budget, a monster budget. Props. It'd be very expensive to have to buy costumes and dress up. We're a little out of sync here though. A little out of sync. I get it though. I mean, for most of what I'm looking for, this is it. But it's a little too involved, so it doesn't. No, we're not going to be able to do that. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not that. All right, I want to finish telling the story about the river. Son of a bitch. Go to my recents. I apologize. I'm just trying to make it with what they got. Be the dragon. All right, fine. Works for me. So early morning, we go down to the river. I see these rings, like the size of the river. It looked like as if there was cars in a circle, and they were intermittently, random ones were hitting their eye beams, but it was just the lights. So it was a circle that wasn't a circle of light completely, but it was a circle because there was light coming out from where a circle would be. And it went that one disappeared. It did a space. It like came through and went around the curve of the river, and it was gone. The dog barked at it. Eden saw it. I was like, what in the fuck is that? And I started thinking that the river is a Stargate. It must be some sort of Stargate, some sort of portal or something opened up. I don't pretend to know how or why, but it did. It seemed to be something like that. And then I've done a lot of investigating and research from that point. Because, like, we here are on the same line as the Great Pyramid. Or that other pyramid with those great-ass fucking pillars underneath it. They're all in the same spot in Egypt. We're the latitude up, like 29 degrees north or 30, 29 something. The exact same. If you draw a line to the Great Pyramid, you get this place. If in that 70,000.88 miles. 70,088. It may not be the point after. It may be 70,088. And if you go the same distance the other way on the same line, you land in the Pacific Yonaguni under the water, another massive structure from way in the ancient times. So there's always been something about the pyramid that's connected me, at least from here, because I've been very much doing a lot of my pyramid research and shit like that from here. And a lot of the ley lines and lines you can draw, the great circles and the different shapes and structures you can make using that grid, I have found very interesting. Any more monsters? I haven't had any other encounters with monsters, but I've heard about a monster that is some sort of, it's like an astral creature that it lives under the ground, like it's under the dirt until nighttime, and then it comes up and it'll manipulate stuff. It's in the Law of One, they talk about it. Some sort of creepy troll-like being or something. I have poltergeist phenomenon too. The gnomes. I guess the gnomes. I made a garden in the back, and I built a cloud buster, which is a mound with these pipes in it that you configure kind of like how my tattoo is, if you can see it. You see that. There's a circle with 6 circles inside of it. It's on the Tree of Life if you look at the bottom sphere. So you have these 6 pipes. You put in the pipe at the bottom a crystal that you coil. You feel resin in on the bottom so that the pipe, when you get the resin in the crystal hardened, it's going to vibrate the pipe because it has a electrical charge going through it, very minute, but still enough to cause this energy to come up off these tubes. And if they put chemtrails over it, you would see the chemtrail dissolve. It was badass. And it became even stronger if you took a ground wire. So they all had wire connecting them at the bottom to each other inside the mound. I made of a mix of dirt and cans. I crushed a bunch of cans and made a 50-50 mix of the can metal, because it's supposed to be conductive material and non-conductive material, 50-50. Since moved away from using cans, the cans don't work as great. You can go to the key maker shop, the locksmith. You can ask the locksmith if you can have some of their scrapings from when the shavings off of the keys when they make the keys, and they will give you some in a bag. Right, hand over fist, they'll let you have them. I would go to the Walmart and ask them in the back where they make keys if I could have their tray cleaned out of metal, because I use it for a healing device. They would give it to me. I went to the key shop too. They gave it to me and they asked me what I use it for, and I told them I make orgone devices out of it. I mix it in a resin in a mold, and that 50% of that and 50% of the resin together makes an active material compound if it has a crystal in there that's coiled as well, like in a pyramid. Put it in the top. The rest of it's the bed of the stuff. Energy's through there, and it's very advantageous for your body to have that around. Because I used to have, I think it was like my whole body had arthritis. I forget the name of it. It's like, I have the name of it on the tip of my tongue, and I can't pronounce it. Myalgia. Can't think of the name. If you know what I'm trying to say, you know what I'm saying. Fibromyalgia. Like my nerves were getting weird signals. I couldn't move. Like it was literally, it felt like I was the fucking Tin Man, and I needed oil. And until I started making the orgone stuff, nothing worked. No medicine would work, nothing. And it was real shitty. And that's it. Oh, the gnomes. When I made a garden out there, I used some weed killer. The instant I put the weed killer on the mound, I perceived the gnomes, and they're like, "You're out of here! You're out of here!" Then no, they were mad. They're like, "No, 1 year, you're out of here. You're not going to be able to do this. You're not going to be able to work. No poisons. You can't. No poisons. How? No." There was rainbow colored cockleburs out there. If you walked out there, you would have them all over your fucking feet. They appeared out of nowhere. Blue ones, I've never seen a blue one in my life except that time. Pink ones, orange ones, yellow ones, like they were mocking me with the colors. I knew it was the gnomes. And a year later, they were all gone. There were no more. Cat looked so sad. "What's up, dude? You look so sad. Look at this guy. He's laid out all the way flat with his head all flat. What are you doing, dude? You need love? Is that what you need? You need love?" Because I got some love with this here. He just wants love. Look into the camera, say hi. He's not going to do that. He's just going to put his ass down. His face down, ass up. Damn, rolling over. Yesterday marks the first day that we got Orange Cat. Sonny rolled over. He let himself get pet. All the things he's very weary of doing, he did. Very proud of him. Brand new level. Rolled over. He got the scratching. Gave him the good scratching in his back. All the things this guy loves that we've learned. We learned how to give our fucking cat friend the best petting. Scratch around his fucking little head area. He likes that. He's the one. Don't fuck around or he'll bite you. You like that? Actions speak louder than words. This guy is a lover. He's a lover. Those dogs that killed my chickens tried to kill him a couple nights before. They tried to get him. He got underneath here and was running around. I haven't seen the other dog. I bet he doesn't come back. Little fucking bastards. I haven't seen any other monsters than that. Do I believe monsters exist? I do think they do. I just haven't had that many encounters with myself. I want to hear more encounters from other people. I'll find more monster stories and put them up. Have a nice day. I love y'all.